Hey guys, welcome back to the movie summary. Beginning of the movie, we see a house in 1979 Texas City. There are bloodstains and corpses everywhere in that house. Even the TV in the house stays on. The police go into the basement of the house. They are suddenly shocked to see the situation in the basement. Now the story goes back 24 hours. We see a girl named Maxine. She is an adult movie actress. Just then her boyfriend Wayne comes there. He is a movie producer. Later Wayne and his team leave for the location to shoot the movie. Director name is RJ. RJ has a girlfriend in the same team. Her name is Lauren. Lauren takes care of all the technical work. Jackson and Bobby, the main actors. In the middle of the way they stop at a gas station and get the things they need. Then they reach the location where they have to shoot. Here is a house. In the starting of the movie, this is the house where the police investigates. Wayne goes to the door to talk to the owner. In this house there is husband-wife and they are old. Their names are Howard and Pearl. When Howard sees Wayne, he points the gun at him. Then Wayne asks, "Do you remember me? A few days ago I gave you an advance that I would stay at your house for rent." Hearing that, Howard remembers Wayne. Howard then takes them all to the outhouse ahead. Maxine got out of the car and looked up to see Pearl watching them all from the window. Wayne gives extra amount to Howard in outhouse. Because Howard didn't know they were making an adult movie here. He gives extra amount so as not to disturb them. After a while Howard leaves. Later they start shooting the movie with Jackson and Bobby. On the other hand Maxine goes to a lake outside. Pearl also comes there following her. Then Maxine jumps in and keeps swimming. Just then a crocodile in it follows Maxine. Maxine comes out of the lake before the crocodile grabs her. Later she is going to the outhouse when Pearl calls her. So Maxine goes to her house. At home Pearl shows her photos to Maxine saying that, "I was very beautiful when I was young." Then she keeps touching Maxine. Then Maxine feels strange and leaves. Maxine movie short is ready. Immediately she takes drugs and goes to the shoot. At home, Pearl wears makeup to look young. On the other hand, the intimate shooting of Jackson and Maxine is going on. Pearl watches this shooting from the window. She then behaves romantically to become intimate with Howard. But Howard won't agree. Because now they are old, and he is afraid of getting a heart attack if he gets physical. After the shooting, everyone sits and talks. Then Lauren says, "I also want to act in this movie." Hearing this RJ says no. But Lauren says, "I will act." Hearing all this, Wayne tells RJ that you should give her chance to act. Then RJ says okay. After that Lauren becomes intimate with Jackson. RJ shoots both of them. RJ cries profusely in the bathroom after seeing his girlfriend getting intimate with someone else before his very eyes. Later he leaves in the car without telling anyone. Pearl stands in the middle of the way. RJ gets out of the car and asks, "What are you doing here?" Then Pearl tries to romance RJ. RJ doesn't like all this and pushes her away. Then Pearl stabs RJ and kills him. Not having RJ on the bed, Lauren comes out to see. Meanwhile, Wayne is also outside. Lauren tells Wayne that RJ is not in the room. Later they both go to find RJ. Wayne heads to the farm to search. Lauren comes toward Howard's house. Howard comes out because Pearl is not home. Then he sees Lauren and invites her into the house. He asked Lauren to bring the torchlight from the basement. Lauren said okay and leaves. When she enters the basement, Howard locked the basement door. Lauren didn't understand anything then. She looks around with a torch in the basement. She sees a dead body hanging from her. Seeing that, Lauren gets very scared and shouts loudly. No matter how much she screams, her voice does not go out. On the other hand, Wayne is looking for RJ near the cattle shed. Then a large nail pierces his leg. Just then he feels someone at the door. So he's looking through a hole. Suddenly Pearl drives a nail through the hole into Wayne's eye and kills him. Jackson comes out of the house. Then Howard will be there. Jackson asks Howard what happened. He asks Jackson to help him find Pearl. He says okay. Jackson goes to the lake in search of Pearl. There he sees a sunken car. Just then Howard comes from behind and shoots Jackson. Then Jackson dies. On the other hand, Pearl goes into Maxine's room and lies naked on her bed. Maxine wakes up and sees Pearl in front of her. Seeing her, Maxine screams in fear. Bobby wakes up to that scream and comes out of the room. Then Pearl runs away naked in front of her. Bobby also gets scared seeing Pearl. On the other hand, Lauren tries to break the door with an axe. Just then Howard comes in and chops off Lauren's fingers. He threatens to her, "I will kill you if you come out." Bobby comes to the lake in search of Pearl. She saw Pearl is naked there and covers her with a blanket. Seeing Bobby, Pearl gets angry and throws her into the lake. The crocodile in it kills Bobby. Now there is only Maxine in the outhouse. When Pearl and Howard are coming to the house, Maxine sees them and hides under the bed in the room. Howard and Pearl come into the room and talk about the murders they committed. Later Maxine slowly comes out of the room as they both get intimate. Then she ran to the car. Maxine is horrified to see RJ's dead body there. As there are no car keys, she takes the gun in the car and goes to the basement of Howard's house. There she sees Lauren. Maxine brings her out of the basement. Lauren is so scared that she runs out of the house. Meanwhile, Howard shoots her dead with a gun. Later, Howard and Pearl bring Lauren's body. Just then Howard suffers a heart attack and dies. Pearl is very sad and cries. Maxine picks up the car keys and shoots Pearl with the gun. But there are no bullets in the gun. Pearl then takes out her gun and shoots Maxine. But as Pearl is weak, she is blown away along with the gun. Yet the bullet misses Maxine. Later Pearl asks Maxine to help her. But Pearl kills all her friends, so Maxine stabs her with a car. Later she leaves from there. Morning police comes to that house. This house is the house we saw in the beginning of the movie. Here the police find a camera. The police looking at the camera. This is how the movie ends.